A lot of dead marine life washing up along our beaches in Naples tonight. Those red tide algae blooms killing all this stuff, and they've been around for more than a month. Experts say they still don't know when it's going to let up. I know, and right in the height of season. Rob Manch has been speaking with a professor at FGCU to get you more, and he's live right near the Naples Pier with a closer look right now. Rob?
Well, Patrick, as you can see, I got a couple dead fish right here next to me, but you can find them all up and down the beach here near the Naples Pier. It's due to the red tide bloom that's just off the coast here in the Naples area. Now, a month ago, I spoke with Dr. Mike Parsons at Florida Gulf Coast University, and back then, he was telling me he was hoping that the red tide would only last a few weeks. I spoke to him again today, and now he says he doesn't know when this is going to let up. Dead fish are not what you expect to find when you vacation in Southwest Florida. Diane Lawrence came here all the way from Idaho, and she isn't happy about what greeted her on the beach.
It's rather concerning to see dead fish.
Lawrence says red tide was a problem she hadn't heard about before coming here.
You come to look at the shells, you don't expect there are obstacles of fish that you have to hop around.
Meanwhile, Dr. Mike Parsons from Florida Gulf Coast University says it may not be letting up soon.
I think we're still in the thick of it, unfortunately.
Parsons has been following the data gathered by organizations like the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration, showing the blooms centered here around the Naples area. But he's also planning to collect samples himself.
We'll be going out later this week if the weather holds offshore to look at some of the stations offshore to see if we see red tide out there.
Parsons says one thing that may be feeding the blooms is dead fish in the water. They could be removed, but at a cost.
Is it worth the investment to remove the fish to have that reduction in impact? So those are some of the economic sides of things we're doing.
Lawrence says she hopes they do something because the fish and the smell concern her.
Hopefully this is something that we can control. This looks like it's something that is out of control and not very healthy.
Now, I asked Parsons to compare the situation right now to what it looked like back in 2017 and 2018 when the blooms were really bad. And he said right now the blooms are patchy and not as widespread as back then in comparison. But he hopes that his trip out into the Gulf later this week will give him some more information about how much bigger this red tide bloom could get. In Naples, Rob Manch, Fox 4.
Thanks for the live report from Naples, Rob. If you're seeing evidence of red tide, please let us know where. Send your pictures and video to fox4now.com so that we can share them with other people and let them know what they can expect if they're headed there.